Yeah, that's good. So what do we say we're going to trade? Let's see. Keep that there, it's fine. Let's get a. All right, this is a live trading session. That was volatile live. All right, let's see. What's it? GA. Look at GN. Let's see. We also look at gold too here. Let's see. Oh, they've got some other stuff here. Alrighty.
Hey, John.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
All right, so we're gonna try to look for a trade session, or at least if we don't find something, we're gonna look for a setup. I said we were gonna look at GA, and we look at NJ. I'm actually in a trade here for GA here. I'm in NJ here, so I'm actually down like 10 here, but I wanted to show you something. Where I got in at 863, 543. So here's I'm going to flip between MT4 and TradingView. So my price I got in is 86,543, and I decided to show you this as a training thing. I want to show you something. I want to show you like what I did wrong here, or at least if you could tell me why I did wrong, because the whole key of this is being consistent, and this isn't consistent. So this is like what I don't want you to do. So sometimes I like to as entry, okay, for NJ, right? NJ on the 5 on the 15, and you see that I'm negative. Can you see that?
Yeah.
12. So I have this little count that I'm working on here, this little count, 144 count that I have here. So I'm going back and forth to show you like where this is not what to do while we're still looking for a set of trades, because it's still like the middle of Asia right now. So 86,543 is where I got in this trade at. Okay, so let's go over here a second. So here's NJ here, 15, and 8 started right here, 5. So I'm going to put a line here. This is where it started at, right? And it's 926 where we are right now. So the entry that I got in, like I was telling you, was 86,543. That's where I got into trade. I got into it. I got in like a couple hours ago. So I'm gonna show you why this is wrong. Okay, so you see I got in. You see where I got in at, right?
Yeah.
I got in here. Okay, so you can see why I'm negative.
Yeah, you got in too early.
Right. Okay, so let's 86.543. Sometimes it's good to get in early if you have the confirmations, but I had nothing. So we're gonna look for a setup. So typically, if you going to trade Asia, you should trade it between 6 and 9, because it's 5. So you're looking at giving it a chance to reach the top and the bottom of Asia, because like I said, you're going to get 60, between 50 and 60 pips, 50 something pips during the Asian session. So, and also don't forget, there was something else I wanted to show you that happened a couple days ago, but I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so this was my entry here. Right here. Okay. Entry was actually it was over here. This little this arrow here. So, and I'm gonna show you why this is wrong. So I entered here, entry. Now it could still turn out to be good, but right now it's currently not. And you can see that I'm what? Down 13 pips. So you can see that if I take my ruler, let's see, from here to here, it's about what? 13 pips, right? Somewhere up in there. You see where I'm at right there. So I'm 13 pips in the hole right now. So I'm where I need to have this break, this 50, and move on. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So that's the first mistake. So when we look for, remember you was looking to be consistent. Well, to be consistent is to have a trading plan. I don't know if you have a trading plan or not, but we need trading plan. Trading plan is the crossovers. So we're going to run a trading plan here to follow to be consistent, because this is not consistent here. This isn't consistent here, right? This is just jumping into a trade blindly. As you can see, yes, I did. I jumped into a trade blindly, right? So, and it may come up. I mean, there are some things in here that, you know, I'm at a support level. You know, at one point in time, this was over sold, but now it's kind of coming up. There's some resistance here. So, but again, there's no confirmations anywhere. I don't have any crossovers anywhere on a 15. I don't have a crossover on a 5. I mean, I have this here, but this is not really a true crossover because it's a consolidating market, you see. So this, you see why it's kind of consolidating here. So there's really no clear market, and plus it's a downtrend. So I'm trying to trade against a trend, which we shouldn't normally do. So let's go back to, so you can see why this is wrong all over the place. This is one of those ones, oh, I just want to jump into a trade because it's down here somewhere. It came from a downtrend. So even on the 5, 15 minute time frame, or 15 minute time frame is telling me that, okay, well, what are you doing? Why would I be trading this when you see it's a downtrend and you don't see any indicators across from this 13 and it's 50? Now they're getting ready to cross here. You see, they're getting ready, but the meaning that the entry would be somewhere up there someplace. So let's go back to trading view and see why this is all wrong, because this is the 50, 13. You see it's getting ready to cross here. So trading plan is basically the crossover. So this is like, if you don't see these, then you don't take a trade. So I must see 13 and 50 cross, right? That's the first thing. And let's must see that. The second thing is I must note the trend, because that's important. Because if you're in a downtrend, you don't want to cross to the upside. That means you're getting a pullback. That's retracement. That means a retracement would mean that it's another entry. I'll show you that in a minute. Retracement equals entry. You still have to look at the support and resistance. That's important because you have to know where you are on the chart on report and resistance. And you have to know the price action. Okay, price action is, you know, what are you seeing? Like, okay, well, what is price action? Well, candle patterns. So I need to see candle patterns. If you see any candle patterns, like you don't want to trade, you want to be in a buy when you see bearish signals everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Panel patterns, trend lines. You can also do. You can do counter trend lines. that's going against the trend to help you. Action candlestick patterns. And that could be like double tops. That could be head and shoulders, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. 6, when I'm see, and pip goal have to be, you have to have your pip goal in mind. And it's always good to do 2 pairs. And basically, we have to know how they move. Because if you get into a trade, say I'm set up my agent system here, I look at gold, NAS, GJ, NAS, and NZD and GA. These are the main 2 ones I look at. So like I could tell you right now, gold move every day at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. And you say, well, how do you know that? Because I backtested it like for like 30 straight days. I saw New York move gold 8 or 9. Now I trade New York, Asia. It moves sometime between 6 and 9, somewhere in there. Sometimes it depends on how the market is. But you know, gold is a New York session. So I expect gold to move every day at 8 or 9. NAS moves every day in New York between 8 and 9:30.
Yeah.
And I can show you a trade I got burned on because I wasn't patient. So, and then the next thing is patience and wait. Set up.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest problem, patience.
So in order to be consistent, like I said here,
Mhm.
that's what we have. This is what we have to do based on the trading that you're going to be doing. So I can tell you right now why this is wrong. I mean, it's -9, but you see it shouldn't be. This is drawn up for 2 hours. This means I entered too early. This is not right. So I must see 1350 cross. Does that even happen in here? No.
Mm-mm.
Where's the last time 1350 cross? Up here,
For the
right?
sale. Yeah.
Right. So then what I do, I wait for the pullback, which is here. So you can get in here, which is fine, but then wait for the pullback. Pullback's up here someplace. And then you wait for that candle to close underneath the 13. So then you're looking for, must see 1350 cross, right? Must know the trend, retracement equals entry. And then you're waiting for that pullback. So I'm gonna put pullback here and candle close under 13, really under 13 or 50, but the 13 to 50 is better. And I'll show you how that works. So, so I'm in -8 now. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing pretty good. Price is starting to come around. Okay. So let's see what happened. I got in here. Right. So first of all, do I see a 1350 crossover? No. So this is already violated. Number 1. Number 2, what's the trend? Down.
Down.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to buy. That's violated. Okay, my retracement entry is violated because that kind of goes with 3. So let me just let me move this over here. All these have to be in not really chronological order, but they have to be observed. If they're not observed, then we don't take this trade. So let's go back. The 1350 cross, no. So I don't even see a pullback, right? Because remember, here's a cross right here. Where's 1350? The 13's orange, and the white is 50, right? So where they cross at? They cross right here, right? Right there, right? There's a cross right here, right in here someplace on this candle right there. You see right there, right? but you're looking for it to cross in the direction of where you're going. Here's one right here. Right there, right?
Yeah.
And there's another one. There's 3 of them. There's one right here. There's one right here. This right in this area right here. Boom, right there. So what do we do? So look how this follow the rule. This entry here is where I want to be, not here. So this is New York. This is a New York session. So this has to be New York session, which is today. So it broke out of Asia here, right? So you can see London candles. This was the high here. This was resistance area here. So we can note that, right? So if we come in to this area here, we already seen this price action before. So that's price action, right? Look left. So I looked left. Let's say I was starting off New York session here. This entry is based on these 2 here, setups, you see? So I got a cross here. So let's see what this is. I must see 13 cross. Okay, check that off. You see that I'm getting a pullback. Pullback's what? This retracement right here. These are the 1, 2. These are retracement candles, right? Let's see. I call these retracement candles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all these going up here, right? All these are retracement candles. So,
Oh, I
all these
see.
little, you see them?
Yeah.
There's a
Okay.
retracement. What happened to the retracement? Look at the retracement candles. Look at the retracement candles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's one here, right? So this is the cross, retracement candle 1, retracement candle 2. This is another zone here. I don't want this here. This is something different. We don't want that. Not yet, anyway. This is resistance up here, right? This is resistance up here. Resistance from previous Asian high, right?
Right.
This is price action. So you can see, you should be able to see what type of market we're getting ready to head into based on what you have here, right? Right here, right? So this is previous Asian market. Let's say we didn't sell that, but we always do analysis on the previous Asian market. So if you're getting here in New York, so these are called retracement candles. And you never know how many of them you have. You just have some. Okay, so retracement candles are here. How many retracement candles do I have? Again, after the cross. So you identify the cross, right?
Right.
So let's see. This is the cross here. This is the crossover candle. So you've got some things here. Crossover candle. So you look for a crossover candle. Not every crossover candle is going to be what you want. You just need to find the crossover. Because not every crossover is going to be a good crossover, you see. Like this one here is not a good crossover here, right? This one here. Well, it's not doing anything. It's just what on the 50 consolidating. So that's not a good crossover candle. So you're looking for the crossover candle. Remember, if you don't see all these other things, don't take the trade. You can see here, again, if I go back and look, I'm now negative 16. This is the reason why I'm down negative 16. So if you're ever losing, you go back here and look, and this is telling you why, you see. If this was up plus 15, I bet you any one of these would have been fulfilled, at least 2 or 3 of these. But you see I'm down, so it's going against all these here. So let's go back. So let's go back. So I'll go here. So I identified a crossover candle here. And now, once I identify a crossover candle, I must wait for retracement candles. And you may have a few of them. I have a few of these here, right? I got how many retracement candles do I have? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 retracement candles. 15 times 9, 115 minutes, 125, 113 minutes, I think. So it's an hour I had to wait before my setup came, right? So this is the setup, right? So entry is going to be, could be here. This is an aggressive entry here. There, this is a retracement candle. So aggressive entry could be here. But now let's see. I must wait. I must see 1350 cross. Got that. Pullback candle. Got that, right? Or retracement candles, right? Pullback
Yeah.
candles or retracement candles. Let's pullback candles. You might have a few of them. And candle close under 1350. So let's go back and look. I got my crossover. 1 right here. There. Right. So I'm looking for pullback. So this is not a pullback. This is kind of downtrend. This is kind of a pullback here. Right. But how many retracement candles? I got 3 of them here. So this is kind of pullback. Does this close under the 13? Well, yeah, it did. Okay. So this could have been an entry here. It would have been a really aggressive entry. I can get a better setup someplace, but it's kind of in no man's land right now. So it's around 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not really in New York, so don't really want that. And it's not really near a support and resistance zone. So this cross here I wouldn't take because it's not close to a support and resistance zone, is it?
No,
In order to take the trade, it has to be all these.
in order for it to be a good trade.
Right. You can get in here if you want, because you still are below, but you don't, it's not what you want. This is the perfect entry right here. Let me show you. Right here.
Yeah.
Right here. This is more optimal than this. And the reason
Right.
why is because it fulfills everything you need. Let's go back. Crossover, retracement candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one here, I missed one. Let's see. This one is one right there. Retracement candle right there. Right. 1, 2, 3. Because it's going the other way. See, tracing up. And it hit here. Right. Then we want a candle. We want a 13 close 50 candle on the way down. There's one here. There's one right here, but this ain't below the 13. This is below 13. So this candle here is suspect. So you could have got in here. You could. But then I was like, well, do you have anything else in here? Is it near support resistance zone? No. Okay. Where's the price action? Is there a candlestick pattern there? No. You could draw a trend line here if you wanted to, but it's kind of funky. See, if you didn't see it down here, it's funky. It's really nothing going on. It's nothing. It's no setup. Nothing. It's you get ready. Setup. Get ready. But if you right here, what you gonna do with it? It's a no man's. It's nothing. It's not near. It's not near a support resistance zone. That's for sure. You gotta. Okay. So you got a 13 to 50 cross. Okay. Do you have pullback candles? No. Nothing. So that's right there. That will close it out. Oh, but I see 13. It did close on a 1350 right here, right? But there's no pullback candles. I need pullback candles. Oh, now I'm getting some pullback candles. So now I'm getting ready. I can't do nothing here. You do nothing. You wait. You wait to, okay, I must see 1350. And now I'm getting some pullback candles. And the more pullback candles you have, the better chances you're going to get of a nice setup. And then, okay, well, I'm here now. Okay, now I got like 8, 9 pullback candles. I'm good. So now the next time I wait to see if close on the 13 going in the red direction. Where's the close of 13? Right here. This candle kind of closed. This is playing above, but this is a candle here that closed above 13 right here. This is the close below the 13 candle right there. Boom. Right here. See? Right there. So the ultimate entry, optimal safe would be right here.
Right.
So you would jump in right here because all these have been fulfilled. So if I jumped in this trade right here and you ask me why, I'd say, did I see a 13, 15 crossover? Yes. Did I get pullback candles? Yes. Did the candle close underneath 13? Yes. Is it closing under the 50 simultaneously? Yes. Is it also closing underneath the 200? Yes. So you got more, you got a lot of stuff going on here, right? I just wanted 13, but look, it closed below the 50 and the 200. But 13, if we check first, if this happens to, if you happen to see 50 and 200, then that's even better. That's even more confluence. Right? 13 is the ball game. 13 is where you start. 13. But if you see a 50 and 200 cross and you got that, then that's fine too. And then you say, okay, well, what if you're still not sure? Well, I draw a trend line someplace. I could draw a trend line over here. I could draw from here to here, right? Because this price action has already happened already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this is the candle close right. This is what we have right here, right? This. So I can draw a trend line from here to here because I know this action already happened already, right? From here to here, that's the candle, right? That we had that we didn't know about. This one here. So what's the trend from here
Up.
up, right? But I don't know this, so I can draw it to the sky, right? I don't know this. I can draw this to the sky. I don't know these candles here. We right here. Remember, we were trying to find, should we get in here? So I can draw the trend line all the way up to the sky, all the way out there. I can draw it out that way. So then price is forming and it's still forming on my, but still, what's my trend? No, I'm up in the trend. Trend's up, right? Trend's up. But what's going to happen? What is I'm
You're
going to get
waiting
a
for the
break.
breakout.
Right, I'm getting a break of the trend line. So now I'm
Oh.
noticing, okay, I gotta, so that's another reason for me to this trade. So not only I got a nice entry right there, but I got a break of the trend line right here. Look at that. So now you're getting double confirmations on your trade why you took this trade. You got a trend line break, and it's a retest. So that's just another confirmation for you to be in this trade. So if you didn't enter here, you could have entered here. You know how people say, "Oh, it's too late for me to enter the trade." No. Here, and then what happened? What happened? Then it went down. See, then
Yeah.
that time you're going down. See, so that's consistency. And where's my entry? Right on this second candle right here, or this one here. This is a retest candle right here. This is a retest candle. This right there. This is a candle that we decided to enter, and it broke the trend line. This is an entry candle, and it broke the trend line. How nice is that?
It's perfect.
And then I got another. What's this? Trend line break right there. And then you get resistance up here, right?
Right.
And then we want to be consistent. So I got in here. And how many pips? What's the pip goal? 20, 30? I mean, you get 60, okay? You're not always going to get 60, but you'll get 20 all day, every day. So I just take my 20 right here. Which is, right, here. And I get out. So where did I enter? I entered here. I entered someplace on this candle here, right? So I entered at 86,948 and got out at 86,710. This price range is my, so how many pips is that? From here, I entered here, right? There's 23 pips, right? And that's consistent. So I want to see this every day. That's one trade that we won based on everything we had here. If we go back to trading plan, I must see 1350 cross. Yes. Pullback candles. Yes. Retracement candles, pullback candles. Yes. Close underneath the 1350. Yes. Trend line break. Yes. Support resistance. It is support resistance because what's going on in this area here? What kind of area is this here? What kind of area is this? Is this support or resistance?
What do you mean in the New York session?
Yeah, right here where I'm at. Right in here where I entered. Did I enter in a support area or did I enter in a resistance area?
Resistance area.
Why is that?
It's a resistance zone
Why?
because it hit the ceiling and then went the other direction.
Okay. So I must see 1350. Yes. Pullback candles. Yes.
Right.
Close on the 13. Yes. Retracement
Mhm.
entry. Okay, that means we go and enter. I must know the trend. What's the trend? The trend is up, but trend got broken because I got a trend line here, right?
Right.
Do I have what's my price action? Well, price action, I got a resistance here, right? Candlestick patterns, not so much. Kind trend trade, kind trend line, no. But I look left, right? And what I noticed, I had my previous Asian up here, so I got a resistance area from previous Asian, and then the candles didn't come close to
Didn't
that.
break
So
that.
right, so that means that's all sells. I'm looking for sells. I got a trend line break. See, it could be a trend line or kind of trend line. What's my pip goal? 20 plus. When you in profit, now I'm in profit now. So stop loss is going to be what, 10 pips up, somewhere up here. Should be above the high, somewhere up here, right? This is my entry here. My entry's here. My stop loss is here. So then I move my stop loss, either break even, right?
Right.
When I'm getting into pips. So when you get up 10 pips, you move your stop loss into profit. Move it halfway, 50%.
Right.
If it traces against you, you still have this.
Right.
Profit.
You still made something.
Still made money, right? I made little money. This little money right here. It ain't much, but I made money. Or you could just do break even. But why take this candle, this candle off the table? And you see it kept going down. So then I move my stop loss into here and let it ride. And then it could ride all the way down here. This is TP. TP is not necessarily, you can keep TP open if you want, keep it open. Keep the TP open. This is a TP here. TP can be open. If you're looking, if you're monitoring it, TP could be open. Here's an entry here, and you move stop loss into profit. But if you know 20 pips is already here, you already measured it out already. So you have time. This is a 15-minute time frame. So while you're in the trade doing it, you can just look at your candle here, come here, and bring your entry and say, I'm gonna just get my 20 pips here. And what's your you can see where your start. You can see was this 86,710 or somewhere up in there.
Mhm.
Put it in MT4, and once you are in profit, then you are risk free. Let ride, and then you just let it do what it do, and then you can get all. You can get everything up. You can get all the pips here. You can get your 30 or your 100 or whatever else, whatever you want. If price gives you more, then you take it. But if it's price is stingy, which you'll see on other trades, you get 20. Because sometimes it's going to be hard to squeeze 20 out of the market. You can get 20 out of the market, but it has to be all the conditions. This happens to be a beautiful trade because there's more volatility in London, New York. But you can find some good trades in Asia with the news and the volatility and whatnot. Volatility is usually 7 to 10. It might be towards the end of the session, but sometimes you find it 7 to 10. So, do you have any questions on this setup here?
No.
All right. So the key is to find another setup. So we were looking for this setup here. That was just an old setup, but we wanted to find a new setup. So I'm going to erase all these here, right? And we're going to see how I tried to do this and it's jacked up. You see it's jacked up, right?
Yeah.
You see how many pips am I down?
13.
This is why I'm losing. Now I'm showing you, I think I was going to try to see, okay, well, we look for setups, but let's see why we found the wrong setup. I'm down. How many pips I'm down?
14.
There's a reason why. Because remember, we said, well, why are you down 14 pips, Jay? Well, let's talk about why am I down 15 pips? I'm down. I've been in drawdown for 2-3 hours, and you can see, oh, it's a little count, but it doesn't matter if it's 5 G's or 144 or $2 or 25. That doesn't matter. The same thing goes. All these here are violated. Big time violations. I'm supposed to be, my pip goes to 20 plus, not 20 negative, is it?
Right.
This is where I'm headed, right? I'm headed this way. Right? It's good to laugh at it because it's dumb. It really is.
It's
You,
part of
you
the
have to
learning
laugh
process.
this. You have to laugh at this. If not, you're like, I'm getting burned. I'm getting cooked. I'm getting cooked here. So let's go back and see. So let's see why this is jacked up. All right. So let me go over here and show, right, when I get in it. Let's see. So we're gonna scientifically break this down. Because you could say, oh man, that's a good entry, Jay. No. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go over here, put in my entry. So I decided to hobble into this injury. I entered here. All right. So entry. And we're gonna break this down. Entry. Right there. So I entered here, right? Entered here. Right there. Okay. So let's see. Let's look at the violations. If more than 3 to 5 violations.
Don't take the trade.
Exactly. No trade. That really is basic. Let's you're gonna see, you're gonna count how many violations. Like I got violations all over the place. I really do. If you think about it, this is why I'm down -16. I wouldn't be down -16 if I had no violations. Now I'm down 17. You see, on this trade here, it's bad. It's bad, real bad. So I'm over here. So let's see. Must see 13, 15 cross. Nope. So we got pullback candles. Nope. I mean 13's right here. Right. So
Yeah.
it's getting ready to cross right here. See, he's getting ready. See that? Getting ready. Getting ready. But I'm not there yet. So this violation is violation 1. So violation 1 is done. 2, retracement, done. I must know the trend. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to know the trend. What's the trend? Trend is down. Right? Like that. And I'm in a trade for what? A buy. See that?
Yeah.
So that's number 3. I'm on the trend. That's 2. So I got 2 violations. 1350, no cross, no pullback, no close, no trend is down. I'm trying to go up. Did I get in at a support resistance zone? When I entered this trade, I was entering on this candle right here, see, at the beginning of the session. So I thought that I was going to be able to go up. So I got in right at the beginning of the session. I'm not near a, this is
Support or resistance.
this is support down here, right?
Yeah,
But it's not near a support zone. So that's violated. Support zone. Am I near a support zone?
nope,
Am I near a resistance zone?
nope.
So that's a violation. Because remember, this hasn't happened yet. This is today. All right, now look at that. So let's recap. 1 got violated. All of 1 got violated. 2 got violated because it's part of 2, part of 1. I must know the trend. It's down. I'm trying to go up. 3. Am I near support resistance zone? 4? No. So I got, remember I said 3 to 5 is no. I only got 4. I'm done. But let's continue the onslaught. What's price action say? Well, price action is candlestick patterns anywhere in here? No. Trend line. Well, trend line's here, right? Got nothing to do with that. I'm still out of the ballpark. Oh, even if I didn't know over here, I could have done this here. See, like that. Okay, so I'm here. Is a trend line break? No. I could draw a trend line here. Going, this is a counter trend line going the other way, right? Like this. So did it break out? Well, it broke out. And then it kind of messed around. So even if I didn't know this here, right? This is where I got in at right here. So it's price action. Okay, well, I got really nothing to price. That's like candlestick patterns. No trend line, counter trend line. Not really look left. Well, I did look left. And what did look left tell me? I'm not near support and not near resistance. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in here. So that's 6 of them. The answer is no. And the answer is no. And I took it anyway, like a knucklehead, and I'm here. So this is the reason why when you are negative in a trade, you just go over here. And if these are violated, then that's why you're losing. So does that make sense of why I'm negative?
Yeah, I understand.
So this entry is not optimal at all. If you got in here, you'd be actually, so what the hell are you doing? Well, this is what the hell you're doing. You're down -17. This is why I'm down -17. See, there's always a reason why. Like if I show you a trade, I can show you the reason why I got in it and the reason why it's winning. This is a failure, right? So if this makes sense, then we scratch this trade because this is going nowhere. If I sit in this trade, if I sit on it, then I'm negative. It's always, you want to get on the right side of the trade. So this trade should not have been taken, right? So I'm going to get out of it. Doesn't make sense for me to stay in it. That's a dumb trade. That's dumb. Why would I say that? Why would I sit in a dumb trade? If you're losing, take the L on the chin and then move to the next setup. So now we look for the next setup. So now we clear everything off. Well, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this trend line. This trend line here. And now I'm looking for a setup. You may not find a setup in our session, but we're looking for one for future. All right. So now we just wait. We gotta wait. So now I can come in here and do some stuff. So now I have a little bit more freedom. So let's see. I'm coming here, and I'm going to draw a line here, right? So look at how beautiful this support zone is matching up with New York, right? This is New York, and it's Asia. See, that's beautiful, right? Look at that. You got a support zone here, the support zone here. And it's above the 800, so we're doing pretty good so far. So that was, I was looking for buys, but it just wasn't the right buy. You know what I'm saying? I am looking for buys up here. All right, resistance zones up here, right? There. And this is the, let's see here. This is the, what is this here? This is a New York low, right?
Right.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
What's this up here?
New York high.
Okay. So I gotta, so now this is my pre-game plan. I'm setting myself up for the pre-game plan. This is the pre-game plan. Setting myself up because I don't have any of these yet. So I'm setting it up so I can see if I get this. All right, so I'm waiting. What's this here? This is the what's this? This is New York low. What's this here?
Asian low.
The Asian high so far, right? So this is what I have so far. So I don't have a setup right now. Right at this Asian
Consolidating.
consolidating, right? So let's write all this stuff down because it's consolidation, and that's good. Consolidation is good because that means it's going to break out. So we're waiting for a breakout.
Right.
So I'm gonna slap this here, right? So it's trading in between this zone here. So we got this guy trapped. So then I can draw a trend line here. Hit here. That. Now they got some people going on here. So now you can see, okay, well, what do I have here? Price is trading below, it's still a downtrend. Price is below the 50. It's hugging the 13 right now. So the 15 and 13 are getting ready to cross right here. So I notate that. 13 and 50 cross coming. We don't know how it's going to cross, where it's coming together. You see that it's coming together. Because if you'd have gotten to a trade up here someplace, this you'd be looking to get out because they're starting to
come together. Yeah.
right. So that's what you'd be looking for in that regard. You see. But we want to make sure that we look for the break above or the break below, and then we can look at some zones here. Oh, let's throw a zone here. Here's a zone right here, right? Here's a little zone right here, right? There's a little zone right there, right? So it's playing perfect support. This is a zone here on the Asian high, so we can draw a little line here. Because remember, the Asian high is still being formed. I come in here and do that. Somewhere up here, maybe. Here, maybe. Or just grab some of these wicks in there. There's another level here. There. So we're hoping, so where is this going to come or go? So here's my trading plan here. I want to see a break above this Asian high. Retest. And I want to see it go up at least to New York high. If I see this, I'm taking it to the upside. If I see a break and close below the low, right? I'm taking to the 800. This 800 here, see? Here. So this is a possible TP here, right? Here. Right there, right? This is a possible take profit right here. But I have to break, close below it. And I need to see the crossovers, but including this when you get this type of price action, you should see a cross of some type of kind going on here if this price action is going to be taking place. Those are two places it's going to go. Or where else it's going to go? Well, it's going to do this junk. Right? Right? It's going to do this, right?
Yeah,
What is this called?
consolidation.
So it might do this, right? It's
Yeah,
going to do one of those two things.
until it breaks out.
So that breaks out, right? So it could do that. So there's three. You've got bring my little man here. I'll use my little man here, my little Android man here. See, my little Android man. So my little Android man's gonna take off, right? And go up. Right? Or he's gonna go downtown, right?
Right.
Or he's just gonna stay in one place.
Stay in the middle in between the lines.
Right? And then he's gonna go up here. You want him to be up here. That's his final destination right there, right? And his
Yeah.
second destination is here. You see, you don't want him here. He just doing nothing. Just bouncing up and down the road, doing nothing. This is where you want to be at here. You could have him here too if you want. Somewhere in the middle, 20 pips up. So how many pips is this? So if we enter here, 20 pips up. Boom, right there. So he's right. 20 pips up is right there. Boom. So what you do is you bring him over here. That back over here. Now he's over here. Now he's 20 pips, and that's out. Now he gets out. But it's possibility he can keep going up there. What's the pip count down here? Right here. Exactly 20. See that?
Yeah.
So this is what you're looking to have. That's a trade plan for this right here. This is what we're looking for it to do. It's going to do one of these two things. It's going to jumble up here. This is what this is right here, right?
Yeah.
So all this is what this is right here. All this junk right in here and all this junk right here, boom, right? That's what this is. It's a consolidation right in there. This, give me a second, is this, right? Would you agree?
Yeah.
So that's nothing. I don't want that. It's consolidation. But that's where it could go, right? It could do this junk. But this is what you want. This may not come down here something. It might just do this all this time. It might do this, right?
Yeah, it might be like that for a few.
It might be like, if you've seen it before, right? You've seen where
Yeah,
it sticks. It just sucks. It's just in the zone doing nothing. So your homeboy's over here like, damn. Right? So you stay out of this area here. So, but once it breaks out, it's going to do one of these two things. And it's going to, then once it start doing one of those two things, then we start looking for the crosses. Because it's either going to cross up or cross down. And you see it getting close to it. So now this is a good setup. So it's 10 o'clock. Okay, well, it's not ready yet. See, it's not ready yet. But it's going to be ready sometime in the night. And it might not be ready tonight. It's Thursday, so Thursday markets are starting to close Friday. So
Mhm.
that's something we have to be mindful of. But this is the type of analysis you do at the beginning of the week. We do it on Thursday. So this is NJ, and I like the way NJ looks. So now I go to GA. Remember, I only have 2 pairs. If this is doing nothing, which is doing nothing, then we move to another pair. And what is this doing? So do we have anything in here? Let's see. What can we tell me? What can we do about this guy? Well, what do I have? I got, so then I mark it up.
Yeah, it's an uptrend.
Huh?
It's an uptrend.
Okay. So sometimes you're not going to find a setup. Right. But this might be a nice setup for tomorrow.
For New York, yeah.
Right. So we set up, look at this.
Or for London, I mean, for London.
Right, for London, right. So now look at this. I can, just because you do a super, this is a perfect setup. Just because you don't see nothing going on here, something's going to happen.
Yeah, I think
Right.
London
London
will
might
make
push
it
the
big.
price up or down.
Yep.
So I'm gonna save this. Save it. So it's not right now, but it's setting you up. So you just wait. This is going to do something. This is a nice setup right here. This is a nice setup for NJ right here. It's better than what I had over here, right?
Right.
I had nothing over here. If he was trying to get in, I should have got in somewhere up here, someplace. On these crosses up here. This cross here would have been perfect. Right here. This cross is the one that's up here. Remember, I'm saying up here,
Yeah.
but up here in New York, the way we broke it down. So this is where we are. So now I go to another pair. This will go to 2. I don't need to flip between 10 of them. So I come here and then I do my analysis. Your highs here. It kind of corresponds with the Asian high, no? A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Remember, this is pre-game setup. Pre-game. See, Asian isn't giving that. If this isn't giving out that many pips, right?
Yeah.
Today. See that, right?
Yeah. I know.
It does give out pips, but it ain't today. But you see a little uptrend, right? A little uptrend here.
Yeah, I do.
So if you got in here, well, remember you got to follow the rules. Remember, in here now, that's good to beginning of the session. So here's the low here, right? There's the high up there. So let's come over here and let's say you rolled in at 5. Okay. Trading plan. I must see a 1350 cross. Do I have it here at the start? No. Where was it at? Way over here. So you're bad late. Right? Where was it at? It was right here, right?
Yeah.
And right here. And right here. And right here. Right?
Yeah. Like
So
4 crosses telling you bye.
right. Telling you buy, but you would have been late.
Yeah.
Here. What session is this in?
New York.
Yeah, mad late. 1. And then this one over here too. Those all been entries. You're late. This one would have been mad late. This one is okay. This one here is the superstar. So I'm gonna draw my man right here. My man needs to be right here. Where's my man at? Right here, right? My man here. He right here. You want him right here, right? If you had him right here, you're golden, right? But you got him over here someplace. Not that. You got him over here somewhere. Not that. Let's see if I can turn this guy around. Turn him around. Second, delete it then. That's a tricky arrow. Let's see if I can get another arrow here somewhere. Here, right there, boom. All right. So then my man, you got my man over here. Now he's over here chilling. So he's telling you, well, then nothing going on over here. This is a long time ago here, right? This is where you was at, right? You want to be here or here? Not out here. It's way too late. You're done. Right here. Thing right there. Those are two entries you want the guy to be in. Anything else? This is okay, but you're late.
Right.
Oh, these ones are tricky, huh? Tricky arrows. Arrows are tricky. Here. Right there. Boom. All right. So this is, I can't do anything with that. I can't do nothing with New York. Only thing I can do in New York is just set me up. So I come over here, draw a little zone here, right? And up here is resistance. So I'll write that in there. Down here, support. Because you got two supports, really, if you think about it. This is the support is up here, right? This is support down here for Asian. So you have New York support zone and the Asian support zone here, see? All right. So now let's see. I want to see a 1350 crossover? No. Pullback candles? No. Candle close? No. Well, let's see. I got this action here. So there is a possibility you could do something if you wanted to, but this is like, well, I got a 13. And if price breaks above 13 and closes, then I could take a trade. You could
It looks
enter
like
right in
it's
here.
breaking out.
Right here, you could enter right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't see a 13 to crossover. No pullback candles. I got a candle close under or above, right? Has to be under or above.
Yeah.
Well, I did get above, so I got one of them. So let's see. I got one here. Then I got a retest candle. Yeah. Retest candle. This is going to be a look left. Or remember, you want retest candles too. Okay, so I got two of these things. Remember, I said 3 or 4 violations. No. So I got one. I got a break above the 13. 2, I got a retest candle here. All right. This one here is really it broke above. If you think about it, it's small, but this one's better. So you enter here. You can enter here. So let's see what I got. Is it? Let's see. What's the trend? Up. So I'm trying to get a buy. So that's good. Am I near a support resistance zone?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on the support of the 13. So that's good, right?
Right.
So support of the 13. I don't have a crossover, but I got a candle that closed above the 13 and retests, right? I'm near a support zone, right up here of the Asian low, and I'm on the support zone of the 13. Okay, that's not too bad, right? Before this candle came, before you had this, right? You just had this. Let's say you didn't have the candle. Say you just had this. You had this. Let's say the candle closed you right here. Would you get in right here? Well, you could say, you know what? Let me just. If you had pre-game analysis, you could have just drew a trend line like this. You could have came and draw a trend line right here. Appear someplace. Maybe here somewhere for the break. Okay, did I get a trend line break? I did get a trend line break here, right? Or you can do. You'd have to do it like you don't have these candles, so you can't. You could draw something up here, but that wouldn't really be anything. I mean, if you drew it like this candle, this really couldn't tell anything, right? Because
Right.
if it broke here, it's not really doing anything. So this trend line here is it's not another good trend line to use. You can draw a counter trend line here, and then draw it like this, maybe like this. And then what happened? Oh, it broke. See, it broke up. See, it broke above. See? So you can use a counter trend line. All right. So this is a valid trade right here. This is valid. You're not gonna always have the perfect setup, but you'll have pieces of it. As long as you get 3, if more than 3 violations, but I didn't get violations. I mean, I got some good people here, right? I got above the 13. So above 13 here, that's 1. Support, well, close above 13, 1. Retest candle. This is a retest candle right here. So you can get, this is a retest candle right here. Retest candle right there, right? So I got a retest right here. Retest right there. Retest candle. All I need is 1 retest candle. That's all I need. After the close above or below. And do I have it? That's my retest candle right here. So my entry is right here. So I've got a close above the 13. 1. I got a retest candle. 2. I got support on the 13. 3. I'm on a major support zone here. 4. Right. 5. It broke my counter. This is a counter trend line right here. Right. This right here. Because the trend's going up. Counter trend line means it's going the other way. So it broke my counter trend line right here. Right. So then I'm waiting for the setup, and then boom, I get in here. Right. So this is the entry right here. Once this candle closed, once this green candle closed here, I would have got in on the red candle right here. Because it's above. I mean, we'd have some drawdown here. It would have drawdown here, and then you would have went to profit. Or you could have waited here. But you would have your setup. So I would have got in here, and out of 8 to drawdown, you don't have that much drawdown. So I would have 8 to drawdown. Right? And how many pips is that up here? From here to here. Oh, look at that. See that? And I would be in the trade like right now. You see?
Yeah.
I'm up 37 pips. This is a new candle, right? This is right now. 13 minutes left on this candle. See, we still in this trade. And we ain't got no crossovers, but look, what am I doing? I'm riding the 13, see? Everything's above 13. It's above the 50. This is what this here is just a continuation of this. You see? That's all this is. You're just getting in a continuation. This is a continuation of the uptrend from New York, you see? So if you got in here, you'd still be in this trade. So that's 38 pips, right? So my man, these arrows get tricky, don't they? a little tricky from time to time. I don't like to do manhandles, I guess. But anyway, so my man's going to go here. That's what entry right there. Boom. And I'm going to get our man. Where's our man at? Man is, let's see, the man's down here. Man's right there, right? That's where we had him there. And he gonna be over here. He up here now. Because he's where he got in right here, right?
Right.
Got it right there, boom. Okay, so now he's over here now, chilling.
Trend line.
He's up 30, you up 36 pips, chilling. He's right there. And let's see. Now this was a different trade setup, but it still got, if 3 to 5 relations, no trade. And the opposite, if 3 to 5 confirmations, trade. Right? Trade. How many did I get? Well, let's go back and look, check it out. Take a look. Break. Close above 13.1. Retest candle 2. Right? Support of 13.3. Support of major level 4. And counter trend break. Right? Because it broke the counter trend line and went up the other way. It's 5. So I would have taken this trade. There's no reason why you wouldn't take this trade. You're not going to always get a 1350 crossover, but it's still, it's what I call the second trading plan of the crossovers, because you're still using everything else. So you can put that inside here, right? Because you have retracement. What is retracement? Well, there's really no retracement going on here. But I got all kind of things going on. I got a retest candle. So you got that in there. I got a counter trend line. And when these two cross to the upside, these getting ready to cross, right? So if these two cross to the upside, then I'll continue up. But now look, if you look down here, this little ribbon RSI, this little ribbon RSI is telling me what? It's overbought here. See that?
Yeah.
So my man's like, well, hold on a second. Overbought right here. Right? So overbought a little bit. I'll put it here. This is an overbought area here. So you gotta be mindful of that. So overbought area means you're gonna be getting out soon. But you should have been out anyway because you got 36 pips. They gave you 36 pips. You're done. Right? 2 pairs. Pip goal is 20. So I got that. Plus 20, I got plus 20, I got 36. So by this time, this setup's done. So we would have found, so what time the setup was at 6:15. Right? 8. Right? 8:16, right? And this is where we are up here. We are at 10:30 right now. So we would have taken the trade up here someplace. So this would have been a nice setup here. Now we're setting ourselves up for a drop. See, a drop's coming soon because it's overbought, and it may continue to go up, but a drop's going to come soon somewhere because it's hitting high. See, it's up high up here, so we're waiting for a sell opportunity. Now you can take another trend line, do it this way, up here, and see if it's going to break, and wait for that. So you may not, we didn't find a setup we could do like right now, but we did find setups for London. So we saw this here. So we got this here. This is perfect setup because there's nothing in here. See, sometimes you can go get nothing, but you can go back and see other Asian sessions, right? Look at this. This would have been a nice one here, right?
Yeah.
Right here would have been nice because it bounced right after 200. So if you analyze this session, right, this little Asian session right here, it would have opened up. So look at this. You got a cross here and here. This would have been a continuation, but you could have got in down here someplace.
Right.
Because what happened? You'd have been looking at this. You got in at 5. You looking up here. It created a high.
Yeah.
It dropped.
And then it dropped. It created that huge, bearish candle. Isn't that called imbalance? So it had to go back
right.
up.
Yeah, had to fill it back up. Right. So this big gap here, and it came right here. So our analysis brings us right here at the
support. Yep.
But look left and what?
The support for the New York session too.
So that's one. So right here, so I'm gonna get my man's right here. Boom. Once this candle closed right here, I would have got in. And what kind of candle is that? You said it was imbalance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Balanced candle, right? So it's not necessarily, remember, you're not gonna necessarily get a 1350 cross all the time, but you'll get other stuff. And here's other stuff. Other stuff is what we did over here. This is other stuff. Oh, not there. GA was other stuff, right? This was other stuff, right? Other stuff. No cross, but all these other little juicy sauces. So let's go back and look. All right, well, this Asian session is all set up, ready to go. This Asian session sauce, this was here. Long and balanced candle has to fill back up. Came down here and created this low. Low over here, it was a New York low and an Asian low. So, okay. Long and balanced candle. It bounced right at the 200. When it bounced at the 200, when it made this low right here where my man is, man told you got a support level over here for New York. Boom. It created this long low for Asia too. It bounced off the 200. Beautiful. I would have got it right here or here. Right here. Okay. Bounced off 200. Okay. Or we wait. This candle closed above the you didn't necessarily get a retest candle. Sometimes you don't. But this is a different situation, different price action situation. This closed above the 200. So I got in here and wrote it up. I got a cross here. So this lets me know you stay the trade and you get out here at the resistance here, see? So here's another trade that you could have taken here to here. 20s right here at the cross. Right there, see? Or you stay in the trade and get your 40. But you just want 26 and get out. 20's right here. So I'm out right here, see? And did I have 3 to 5 confirmations? Yes. My man told you that you've got this long imbalance candle you told me, right? That's one, right? So it has to be filled. It has to be filled. And you see it got filled, right? It got filled. See that? Got filled. Long imbalance candle got filled. So price would have opened up. And you missed all this. But that's okay because once this long candle printed, it created this low of Asia, matched it with New York. And you got this long wick right here. See that?
Yeah.
That's an exhaustion wick. See that? That's an exhaustion wick. So it's an imbalanced candle, but it's an exhaustion wick, which means that it got tired.
Yeah.
And buyers are coming in. So that's candlestick pattern. So you've got the lows, 1, 2, bounce off 50, close above 50, long and balance, long wick, mad support on the 200 and on the Asian low and New York low. That's full right there. And is it near a major support of resistance? Yeah, it's right on the 200. That's a trade I've taken. So this trade, you got 23 pips, right? Well, what about the other Asian session? Got some in here. It ain't no cross. But you can look for a previous cross. Oh, where's the previous cross at? You see, this is uptrend, right? Oh, wait, I had somewhere. Now you'd have been gold in here. See, so this Asian session here is kind of tricky. But you see it got support here to 13, see? And here's a little session right here. So this little breakout, you could have came in here and mapped that like this. See that? So man's right here. That's a breakout right here, right?
Yeah.
So you could have got in here. This is a quick, but you'd have to be confident enough to take this trade. Is that an ideal trade to take? No.
No.
But you could get in it, but this is even better. See, that session, okay, so this one you got nothing. This one you got something. This one was a win. If you're just doing Asia, this Asia session sucks, right? So you got one. This one here, you won this one. That's one there. You won this one there. You could have won up here somewhere because this resistance up here. You could have got in here with a candlestick pattern, bearish engulfing. This candle closed below the 13. So you could have got in here. So this could have been a win for you right here. And you could have got your pips here. From here to here. See? So this technically could be a win. It closed below the 13. I got a retest candle right here. See? So this is not really a crossover method. It's a part of the crossover method. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you had to backtest this because it's not what you accustomed to seeing in the crossover, but you could get in here because you've got some confluences. You've got a cross of the 13. I mean, you got it's closed below 13. This retest candle here. And then is it near major support? Yeah, it's kind of at the resistance up here. This is resistance up here. This is an Asian high. And you could draw a trend line. If you didn't know, you could draw a trend line here. Because this is what you do know. Here you can draw a trend line like this, right? And it would have broke your trend line, right? So that's trend line break. So now you're incorporating, if you don't see a cross, you're incorporating all these other little nuggets to help you get in trade if you really want to trade them. But if you just like looking for crossovers, then no. So then you would have skipped that. But I would have went in here and did a little bit of analysis, and I would have got my little 48 pips. But if you don't crossover, no. So you're looking for another Asian session right here, and boom, this would have been beautiful for you right here. See? So you do get some crossovers on some Asian pair. You see? You would have got in here, my man, right there, right? Here, and you've been golden, right? 1, 2, and you were taking all the way up. So this would have been the easy one, but this is a continuation from New York. See? So you can always go back and look to see, oh, what did the previous crossover say? Previous is right here, and it's setting me up for this entry here, you see. So this is a previous setup, a previous cross to help me with these crossovers. And this is 5 o'clock. You'd have been in the game right at 6:30, and you've been in the game at 7, and you'd have rolled all the way up. So this agent assistant was a win. Same with this one. This is a cross here. So man say right here, cross. And what happened? I got a candle close here below the 13, and I got retest candles. I got one here, 1, 2, right? And entry is right here. So this one does the crossover. I got crossover, 1350 crossover. Yep. There's a pullback up to here. These are pullback candles or retest candles. It could be either one. Entry here. And then I got another crossover right here. See, right here. But this is where I want to get in because it closed below this candle right here, closed below the 13 and the 50. So I'm getting in here and I'm writing it 1, 2, 3. This is a pullback. It's still below 13. So you could have gotten out. So if you take your pips here, you get in here. You could have got in here or here, any one of these candles, because they're both below. I got in here. And at 20 right here. So I only want 20. Okay. So that's a win. That's how you back test agents and see. If you're only looking for crossovers, then this is the ideal setup. If you crossover, ideal setup. This one, no crossover, but there's other components. Trend line, counter trend line breaks, candle patterns, retest candles. Retracement candles. This one was good. Trend line here, right? Trend line break. On trend line. It's not really a crossover one. But if you're strictly looking for crossovers, then you ignore it and you move on. But you can also look for other sessions, you know. So typically choose 2 pairs, 2 sessions. London Asia, you're gonna find a setup. Cross was here. Okay, well we're on this pair, but let's go to GA. We found some nice stuff GA, right? This was nice here, New York. And we found this here. Now look what's happening. See what's happening now? See what it's doing now? It's retracing.
Yeah.
It's getting ready to drop. See, I got a little, let's say my little S down here, a little S. So it's getting ready to retrace. Like I was telling you.
What is that that indicator at the bottom that you said you pointed to the S?
Yeah, this is an indicator. This is like a paid indicator.
Okay.
But it's like an RSI. It's no different than this.
Yeah.
This is GA. Let's see. There's GA here. It just it's a G here. See, G is right here. That's the 15-minute time frame. You see?
Mhm.
See where it's over? See it's coming down here? This is GA 15. You see?
Yeah.
Resistance. The same thing. See how it's dipping here?
Mhm.
This just shows, this just shows a little S, a little pretty S. But it's the same thing. Weird how GA does that. I don't know why it does that. It's weird. But you see it's coming down. It's at the top. So London's going to push this price down. Oh. Did you have any questions on that?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay. So I recorded it, so I'll send this to myself and send it to you. But that's kind of how you want to look at it. This is that's what you want to look for.
Yeah.
This is gonna be your consistency. If you can do this, so the goal is to do this for 1 month straight, 2 months straight. That's the goal. If you can do this for 2 months straight, then you're consistent.
Right.
That's what you want. So if you don't have any other questions, I will.
No, that was good. Thank you, John.
Yeah, I will end the video. But I did want to, like I said, I did want to show you why that trade I was in was bad.
Yeah. I've had few of those. I've had a lot of those.
Right, right.
I just, jump in, without
Well,
actually looking at it.
follow this. This is your blueprint. This is the blueprint here. I'll make this here. This is the blueprint. If you don't have this, then you don't trade. That's a blueprint. You have to have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't have this, trade. If you don't have this, then you don't trade. That's the blueprint.
Oh, excuse me.
You have to see that. If you don't see that, you don't trade. All right.
All right.
All right. So look at that. And then that's basically that's your consistency level. That's what you have to do. If you can do that,
Okay.
but you must do that. You cannot veer off from that.
Right.
If you're only on crossovers, then you can do that. If you're going to do the other ones where you use other confluences, remember, if you got 3 to 5 relations, no trade. That's if you force a trade, then you'll be negative. And you say, why am I negative? Well, you look at your trading plan.
Right.
Just like I did with the NJ. NJ was wrong all over the place. And it's okay not to take a trade. You just move that setup. And you see, we set up NJ nicely for London. So I'm going to be looking at this. I already got it set up here already. I'm already good. I'm ready to go. See. So let me send this to you, and I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. Thank you, John.
You're welcome. Let's see. In here.